Okay, sir.
We can request some of the participants to come on YouTube. On live on the YouTube also.
Yes, sir. Live on YouTube.
So you can request, share the link of the YouTube with the participants and request them, please come through YouTube only.
Okay.
Some of them, they come through YouTube only, so that our panelists, our chairman and vice chairman at the later stage, they can also join this event.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I can see 1,013, 14 participants are there.
Yes, sir. Our,
Okay,
IT,
please start.
our IT consultant are working on this issue, sir.
Okay. So you please start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Paramjit Singh, Assistant Director, Institutional Development Cell, AICTE. I am pleased to welcome each and every one of you to this awareness program on AICTE's institutional development initiatives. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Member Secretary AICTE, Professor Rajiv Kumarji, respected Advisor, Institutional Development Cell AICTE, Dr. Neeraj Saxena, my colleague Mr. N. Ramesh, Assistant Director, Institutional Development Cell, and respected principals, directors, and faculty members from the institutions across the country. We are thankful to all of you for gracing this event with your presence. At the outset, I would like to welcome our Honorable Member Secretary, Professor Rajiv Kumarji, for the opening remarks. MS sir, please.
Thank you, Paramjit. First of all, I welcome all the participants in large number. I can see 1,008, 1,010 participants apart from the panelists. So first of all, very warm good afternoon to each and everyone. Respected directors of the various institutes, senior faculty members, and the students. As you know that in AICTE is organizing various webinars to familiarize all AICTE schemes to our stakeholders. We have already organized number of webinars, state-wise webinars for students. We have organized webinars for faculty. Now in this series, this is the first webinars for the schemes for institutions. So we have basically three verticals in AICTE. One is for the institutional, another one is for the faculty, and third one is the institutes. So this under this vertical, Institute Development Cell, we have various schemes. We have revised some of the schemes, and the motive of this scheme is just to familiarize, to give an overview to all our faculty members or stakeholders, so that they can take maximum advantage of such schemes. Some of the schemes, they are old schemes, only we have revised. Some of the schemes, they are new schemes, they are they are of interest of the institutions. So just I will give a brief idea of all such schemes under this institutional development cell or institutional development initiatives. First of the schemes that we have is the MODROP, modernization of removal of obsolescence in laboratories. That is the first scheme. Now we have divided this scheme into three parts. First is MODROP regular, another one is MODROP for aspiring institutes, and the third one is MODROP for the polytechnics. Because all such institutes, they have different requirements, because the polytechnics, they cannot compete with the UG institutions, and some of the rural institutions, those they cannot compete in the same way like the institutions running in big cities or in metros. So accordingly, we have redefined the parameters for all these three schemes, and these all parameters will be shared by our officers from this cell with you soon after my this brief of the institutional development schemes. Second scheme, we have construction of hostels, that is only for the government or government aided institutions. That is, we are giving some money for the construction of hostels for SC/ST students. That is also there. So we have that scheme. We have already conducted one webinar out of that scheme. We have already also framed one scheme for the Northeast institutions, construction of the hostels. That is especially for the Northeast institutions. All Northeast institutions, whether they are diploma or UG institutions, they can get good amount from AICTE for construction of hostels for their students. And the third scheme, what we have, SPICE scheme. That is a newly created, developed scheme this time only. Under this scheme, we are helping the students club in the institutions. That is a innovative schemes where all our students club, they can apply for that through their institutions. And as a pilot project, this time we are going to fund around 100 institutions across the country. For that scheme name is the SPICE. Now, under this scheme, we will initially fund 1 lakh rupees to these clubs, and we will expect the similar matching amount will be arranged by the respective institutions. And these clubs will be 24-hour open to our students. They can work anytime under these clubs. So this is a scheme to empower our students through our institutions. So if AICTE give recognition to such clubs, definitely it will boost the morale of our students and they will feel empowered. So our request under this scheme is you motivate, you apply for this scheme as soon as our advertisement for such schemes comes, and take advantage and motivate your students to work round the clock in such students club. So this is a very innovative scheme. One more scheme we are coming out, that is a scheme where we are giving huge amount, that is Idea Labs. This is a lab on the pattern of Atal Tinkering Labs in the schools, where we are spending rupees 1 crore and we are asking institutions to arrange some industry partner who is also willing to spend the same amount under these clubs. So this is a new concept, innovation. We expect that all students, not from the college also, from the nearby colleges, they can also come, they can also share the ideas with the students of your institution, and some meaningful, some innovative product they can develop, and they can give some, at least they can give some idea so that it can be nurtured further. So these are the few schemes I have shared with you. Apart from that, we have number of schemes for students, whether it is scholarship schemes, or we have a number of schemes for our faculty, whether it is faculty development grants, or we have one more scheme, that organizing conferences also. We also fund for organizing conferences. There may be international conferences or the national conferences also. So for that, institute has to apply, and we have now we have simplified this process. We have a list of conferences available on our website. If the conference falls under that category, then there is no scrutiny is required. We immediately sanction or reject that conference, and the amount is released without delay. So some of these type of changes we have done in our institutional development schemes. So only thing is, through this webinar, we expect that through today you take all the requirement, our officers will share all the requirements for such schemes. Whatever you have in your mind, you can write in the chat box. Our officers will reply that. Not if they are not, answer is not, we don't have any answer for that question today. Definitely they will reply you through email. You share your email also. So all the queries you have in your mind will be answered in today's webinar. With all these words, once again, I thanks all the participants from all parts of the country for attending this webinar. I also thank our institutional development cell, who has modified all such schemes to make them friendly, and in all ways they have simplified all such schemes. So with all these words, I once again thank all of you for joining this webinar. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to invite respected advisor, Institutional Development Cell, Dr. Neeraj Saxena ji, to throw more light on the various schemes and initiatives by Institutional Development Cell, AICTE, especially on the Idea Lab. Dr. Neeraj sir, please. Saurabh, please share the PPT.
Please unmute me. Please unmute me. हेलो
हाँ सक्सेना साहब, आपकी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, यस सर, यस सर. Respected MS sir and Chairman sir and VP who we would be looking forward for their joining, and heads of the institutions and the faculty who have joined this awareness program. Very warm welcome to all of you. The first ever that we are coming online to interface with our institutions. So there are the idea is to brief you about the initiatives of the Institutional Development Cell, which was carved out of the RIFT Bureau, which most of you must be familiar with. So IDC takes care of schemes other than those meant for faculty and student support. Can we see the slides?
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही सक्सेना साहब. हेलो.
यस सर, आ रही है आवाज सर,
आ रही है. चलो ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है.
Can we go back to the previous slide? Anyway, I will start with the scheme. Stick to which institutional development. Now, traditionally, we have had laboratories which have been supportive of pre-content. So, whatever has been there in the books or is taught is actually predetermined. So, we have theory being taught through the books, and we have experiments which are placed as part of the course, and there is no scope for experiments that allow management of an idea. So is like during his stay, and it may come and uh, arrangements what uh, we are this will be the first year, and therefore we have kept it open for any and like to start this Idea Lab scheme from institute. Would be uh, uh, the first kind of uh, and to see how well these Idea Labs can be uh, word. So all 100 idea. So talk a little more about what that lab will be the ideal knowledge uh, and do uh, we will monitor each of the Idea Lab because the committee and 20 and what to be kept for and the head of this coordinator for PI as we have other and we are hoping many of you will be interested and big experiment that we are going to do in technical an intervention definitely they take. We go to the next. Next, please. Yeah, so this is my colleague Ramesh will about this. So this is first social is going to and the cost that we are going to a hostel. So over the summit.
Excuse me, Neeraj sir. Your voice is not audible. Mr. Ramesh is available now. He can explain the further slides, sir. Hello? Okay, sir. Please. Good afternoon to all. That is scheme for campus accommodation and facilities enhancing social experience scheme. Previously, it is called as hostel for SCSC students. Now the scheme has been changed to cafes. It has three variants. Cafe for construction hostel for SCSC students, differently abled students, and Northeast region. The scheme aims to provide financial assistance for construction of hostel to create a congenial study atmosphere free from shackles of domestic shores, so as to encourage students to pursue their education career without dropping out. The scheme also allows extension of existing hostels in the institute by additional construction work to benefit the students. Actually, the students the scheme is mainly focused on government aided engineering colleges or university departments or polytechnics are entitled for this grant. The maximum limit for this grant is maximum limit of funding for this grant is 3.25 crore, in which construction hostel is 3 crore, and in addition to this, three variants have been added. One is a equipment gym. To establish a gym, for that we are giving the 5 lakh grant
and to establish indoor sports in this campus, in the hostel, we are giving 10 lakh, and also for establishment of library for preparing the competitive examination or higher education, the cost will be 10 lakh rupees. So, actually, the northeastern region for the construction of hostel, the minimum 40 students requirement, the minimum construction area will be that 800 square meter, whereas other two schemes, construction of hostel for SCS students and differently able students, the minimum construction area will be 1200 square meter. The next is clear. The next scheme is modernization and removal of obsolescence scheme. It is one of the AICTE quality improvement scheme which aims that to modernize and remove obsolescence in the laboratories, workshops, computing facilities so as to maintain the quality of practical component of technical education, promote experimental research and hands-on training. It also intends to support development of laboratories which appropriate equipment, technology, tools, software, and also this is to ensure that the practical work and project work to be carried out by students is contemporary and suited to the needs of the industry. The scheme has three variants. One is a model of regular, it is now existing. Then second two variants have been added. One is a model of aspirational institute and the third is a model of polytechnic institutions. That model of aspirational institute, why it came that actually in order to achieve 60% of the course for accreditation. So those who are not getting earlier the model project, we are focusing to give more project to the aspirational institute so that they can get accreditation for their institutions. Second is a polytechnic institution. So only the polytechnic institution can apply for this scheme so as to they can also improve their quality of the technical education, in which actually the institution, AICTE approved institution having 10 years of existence, whereas in the rural area, if the institution is located in 5 years, that is enough to apply for the scheme. For that, we are giving 20 lakh rupees for proposal, and maximum 5 proposal we can be given, we can give to the institute if the institution located in the rural area, whereas 3 proposal can be awarded to the institution located in other areas. Duration of the project is 2 years for that. Next. The next scheme is special scheme for northeastern state. Actually, this is the main purpose of this scheme is to the institution to solve the water problem in general and providing alternative power support. Suppose that is example solar power to enhance the functional efficiency of technical institution located in far-flung areas of the northeast region. For this scheme also, that government or government-aided technical engineering colleges or university departments, including polytechnic institution of northeast, with at least 5 years existence are eligible to apply for this scheme. For that, we are giving to solve the water problem 15 lakh rupees as a grant, whereas solar energy plant we are giving 20 lakhs as a grant. Actually, this scheme is being executed through IIT program, so for betterment of this scheme. Now, I am handing over the session to Mr. Paramjit Ji, Assistant Director AICTE, for further progress.
Thank you, Ramesh sir. Now moving further, and next scheme is grant for organizing conferences. Under this scheme, financial assistance to institutions is provided by AICTE for organizing the conferences at their institutions. Eligibility under this scheme is AICTE approved institute with at least 8 years of existence are eligible under this scheme. And now when to apply? Applications under this scheme are invited throughout the year. You can apply at any time, but you have to take care of the timing. Institute must apply at least 6 months prior to the date of the national conference, and at least 8 months prior to the date of the international level conference. And three types of conferences are being supported by AICTE. First one is on-site national level conference, and rupees 3 lakh is provided by AICTE as a grant for such type of conferences. And second one is on-site international level conference, and funding for such conferences will be 4 lakh. And from this year, AICTE is also supporting the online conferences with a funding of rupees 50,000 per institute. And next slide, please. Next scheme is AICTE scheme for promoting interests, creativity, and ethics among students. That is SPICES. The scheme was launched in the last month, and under this scheme, financial assistance is provided to the institution for developing a student club at their institution. There may be a number of student clubs, existing student club at the institution, but only AICTE will support only one club from one institute. So the institute is required to apply for its best performing club for the grant. And eligibility, AICTE approved institutions with at least 5 years of existence are eligible under this scheme. But institute is also required to contribute at least rupees 1 lakh for the club for which it is applying for the grant. And contribution from the AICTE on selection of the proposal will be rupees 1 lakh. And last date for submission of proposal under this scheme is 30th November 2020. Next slide. Another scheme is there, eSource Sindhu. Under this scheme, free access to e-journals and e-resources is provided to the AICTE approved institutions. And currently, three type of e-resources are being provided by AICTE. First one is ASME, second one is ASCE, and third one is Bentham Pharmacy. Eligibility, AICTE approved government or government aided institutes having at least one PG course are eligible under this scheme. Then when to apply, applications under this scheme will be invited probably in the month of first week of the November, and only this scheme is under you can apply under this scheme through offline mode. The rest of the schemes are you are to apply through the online mode. Next slide, please. Then how to apply? Institute can apply through its login ID and through its coordinator at the website of AICTE. Next slide, please. At the website of AICTE, you can log in at the web portal login available as mentioned in the circle. After login through its institute's ID, you will find their AQIS application. You have to click on that icon, and after that you have to select the scheme for which you are applying for the grant. All the information, scheme documents, guidelines, frequently asked questions, user manuals are available at the website of AICTE under the institutional development cell. You can go through the documents and you can plan your proposal accordingly, and you can apply accordingly. If you have any query, you can write an email to us at the email address as mentioned in the slide. Now the session is open for the queries. You can ask any query through the chat box, or you can raise your hand through the icon in the WebEx group. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
So there is a particular question from H2. The project schemes applied to AICTE provides the result as recommended or not recommended. What is the meaning from that we take?
Sorry, can you repeat the query?
Yes, sir. There is a question raised by a attendee that the uh, in a project when the result will be declared, it written as recommended or not recommended. From this, what will be the institute consider if their project has been sanctioned or not sanctioned or in process?
Recommended or not recommended. Not recommended is disqualified. It will not be considered for the disbursement of the grants. And for the recommended, it is provisionally recommended, and if it fulfills all the other conditions, then the grant will be disbursed.
This, hello, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Related to this, the same question has been posed as uh, when the result will be declared after 2-3 months of applying from various schemes, we could not able to get the result.
Okay, the applicant can write an email to us.
Second question, sir. Self-finance engineering colleges are eligible to apply for the institutional development schemes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
It should be approved with the AICTE. No? Definitely, they are eligible to apply for all AICTE running schemes.
Except hostel.
Except hostel and except East Sindhu.
Okay.
So next question is, does the NBA accreditation is required for all the institutional development schemes?
For
So it is
GOC
not
scheme,
Not necessary. For promoting accreditation only, we are giving the fund to the colleges.
colleges accredited.
it will get
Our
the
schemes.
wages.
Does any scheme can get attachment or collaboration with industrial institution?
Yes, under grant for organizing conference, institute can collaborate with the industry or a reputed organization. They can they can organize the conference with the collaboration with other agencies.
And also, idea scheme also is there no, for industry collaboration.
Yes, yes.
Yes, let me just for be of today participation of raised to give you a we can see through models we are giving now the institutions which have been early in the past. I'm very sure that industries and when it is going to industries would be forthcoming. We are confident about it. So when you put up a proposal for that AICTE, why can't which is of 10 lakh or 50 create a level of 30-40 lakhs. So the avenue is wide is also if participant is participate in all our
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for reply. Uh, Now the second question pertains to the cafe scheme, sir. So in the cafes, the fund will be released for separately to the library and separately to the hostel, or it can combine all the two things.
All the three things combined apart from construction of hostel.
One more query is for the e-conference. What is the last date for e-conference and how much time it will take for the processing? And I would like to submit here that there is no last date for the conference scheme. It is the round the year scheme. You can apply at any time, and you have to apply at least 6 months before the date of the conference for the e-conference also. 8 months before prior to the date of the conference, if you are applying for the international e-conference. Spicy scheme is for the students club. It is for only for the existing student clubs. Saurabh, any more queries?
Yes, sir. There is a question related to the. Hello, sir. There is a question related to the Modrop scheme, sir. In a Modrop, we received the fund around 19 lakh, 19 lakh, but we does not receive any sanction letter, sir.
Fund?
So there is question that they received the fund, but it does not receive any sanction letter regarding it.
Matlab, when they received the fund?
So
Actually, na 1920 ka na we have sent the money. We have sent the amount. Matlab, the sanctioned amount will be sending by the finance bureau, and whereas sanction letter already dispatched through mail. So probably they may check the mail. They did not receive any hard copy for. They won't receive any hard copy from this account. So you request them to check through mail.
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. We are taking just last question for this session about the Idea Lab. What is the procedure to apply for Idea Lab? Yes, Ramesh, sir. Hello, sir.
Anji, बोलिए.
There is a question that how we can apply for the Idea Lab.
Actually, na Idea Lab now we are drafting the procedure. So once it is finalized, then we will give the advertisement in the website. as well as a leading newspaper. So once it comes, then the institution can apply if they are eligible.
Okay, sir. So we are concluding here the question answer session. Right now, I am handovering.
And they have asked one question here. What if applied and waiting inspection? That is 2F and 12B affiliation is required for the scheme to apply. They have given like that. It is not necessary for 2F and 12B affiliation for us. It is not necessary to apply any scheme. It's not necessary.
Hello, sir. We are now concluding the question answer session because the questions are repeatedly asking about the scheme document and other things. All the documents and user manuals are present on the website of AICTE. They just go through the website, they can find all the details there. Our email IDs and contact details are present in the scheme document. They can email us. I'm right now handovering this session to the Mr. Paramjit Singh, sir.
Thank you, Saurabh. What is the status of the AICTE boardrooms, Saurabh? Please check.
Sir, we just confirmed that the meeting is going on.
Okay.
All the dignitaries are busy with the approval process meeting, sir.
Okay. So we conclude the meeting.
Yes, sir.
Neeraj, sir, should we conclude the meeting, sir? Now I would like to invite the respected advisor, Institutional Development Cell, Dr. Neeraj Saxena ji, for the concluding remarks. Neeraj, sir, please. Yes, sir. Your mic is mute, sir.
That because of some join, but this is the time that we are regarding us. I am sure by the time some lab scheme. So
Neeraj, sir, you are not audible.
Due to low,
Yes. Yes. Now I would like to invite my colleague, Mr. N. Ramesh, Assistant Director, Institutional Development Cell, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thanks,
Mr.
Anjali. Okay. It is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on the event to all the dignitaries joined here. I would like to thank our beloved chairman, vice chairman, member secretary, advisor, supporting team of IDC, and last but not least, our beloved attendees for making this event a grand success. Hope you all will draw the benefits out of these schemes. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. And I would like to thank once again, one and all. Thank you very much to all of you.